in this problem from section 10.1, we're trying to find out what is the arc length for this curve on that particular interval for t. Let's remind ourselves that the arc length is going to be the integral from t1 to t2 of the square root of dx dt squared
plus dy dt squared dt.
And in this case, we're going to have to find out what is dx dt,
And
which is, looks like it's going to be negative 8 sine t. And we're also going to need to know what dy dt is. Whoops, I forgot.
Yeah.
I missed a whole bunch there.
I was gonna say.
Let's try that again. So here's the antiderivative of that, sorry, the derivative of that. And now I'm going to do plus
Plus the
first times the derivative of the second plus the second
Times the root of the first.
times the derivative of the first. And if we clean that up a bit,
It's at cosine t.
well, we got an 8t, we got a negative 8
8
sine
times sine
t,
t.
we got a positive 8 sine t. Those two things go away.
At cosine t.
Yeah, there we go. I guess that's exactly what you said, Eric, and I wasn't listening to you. And I wrote it wrong again. Let me try that one more time. dy dt. There we go. So, dy dt. Derivative of that is going to be 8 cosine t. Derivative of that is going to be negative 8t first times the derivative of the second, which is negative sine t, plus the second, which is cosine t, times the derivative of negative 8t, which is negative 8. And if we do that, these two cosines are going to cross out, and we end up with 8t sine t, because those two negatives will.
Wait, how did cancel out?
Because this is 8 cosine t, and this is cosine t times negative 8. And so, if that's the case, our integral is going to be the integral from 0 to pi over 2 of the square root of 8t cosine t, quantity squared, plus 8t sine t, quantity squared, which
Okay,
ends
so
up
if you
being,
square it, you got 8t squared times cosine squared.
I've got 64 t
Yes,
squared times, and I'll skip an intermediate step,
And that's why.
Yeah, because it happens on both of them, and then you can.
when I square this, I'm going to end up with 64 t squared, and I got a 64 t squared on this one too. So the 64 t squared is common to both of those terms. I can pull them out, and that leaves me Big Mama.
What happens to the 1/2 for pi?
1/2 of pi.
Yeah.
Pi over 2 and
Transcription error.
I was confused, okay?
That's how you get Tay-Sachs disease. Transcription errors.
All right.
True story.
So we recognize Big Mama. That's 1. The square root of 64 t squared is 8t.
Bam, 8t.
So it's going to be 4t squared evaluated from 0 to pi over 2, which is 4 pi squared over 4 minus 0, or pi squared. Is that the right answer?
Yeah.
Great.